Well, usually I don't really have to fast super long to get dreams from the Lord, but I think at this day it's almost 32 days, and it's not back to back. I broke it up a little bit, but it's over a period of 3 months. So from like the end of February, I think February I did like 8 days. Um, and then I did like 22 days or something last month, and then like 2 days this month. But anyways, I know you're not supposed to talk about that, but really, I feel like for believers, it's super essential right now to just like fast every day, to a certain time, just because the demonic activity is super high, and and even with fasting, you're still going to be going through the demonic attacks and the spiritual warfare, and just because if you're out and about and you're dealing with people, like demons are everywhere, period, because people have demons, and none of us are exempt from that. But anyway, just to get to the point, so upon waking up, the last dream that I had, I remember looking at the map on my phone in a dream, and I was in Russia, and I knew I was like in the heart of Russia. Like, I don't know if it was Moscow or wherever, but I knew I was like in some type of center location, and there's just like a lot of people just hanging out and listening to music, and it seemed to be kind of like a younger crowd. And I was just like amazed, like, how did I get here? Like, I couldn't understand how I was in, like, how I was in Russia. And I'm like, man, I gotta go to work tomorrow. Like, I can't be here. And so I wasn't like aware that I was like in a dream or whatever. But I remember that I remember I saw like somebody that was like in a tree, like a skeleton that was in a tree. I don't know how they was up in the tree. I don't know if they were like hiding and something happened, but I mean, for it to be a skeleton, obviously they had to be there for a while. But I remember they still had like clothes on over the skeleton, and like even a hat on over like the skull. And it was something about Putin, like he had like people from the United States over there, so I knew that there was like either tourists or visitors or just Americans that were there, and there was somebody from America that was trying to get the Americans released. And for some reason, like they were going around, it was a lady actually, and she was like talking to Putin, like, please release the Americans or whatever. And I guess she didn't want him to execute some of them, but I don't know how many it was. I don't want to. I can't remember, but it wasn't a lot. It was like maybe like 8 people or something like that. That um, he was going to not save, like that were going to be executed. And this lady was really mad, and I was, for some reason, like I just didn't, like, I could see that he was like looking at the reactions, like it was all about how people were reacting, and that's kind of like how this world is. Like, everything is like off of, it's like trying to get a reaction out of everybody. And um, I was like, I for some reason I just didn't care either way. Like if I died or if I lived, it just really didn't matter to me. And it would seem like he sensed that about me, and I was exempt. It was like I was exempt. I kind of got put to the side. And I remember I was like talking to him, like asking him questions for some reason. And I was like, just asking him, like, is it true questions? Because I remember I saw some type of special on him where they said he like wakes up late and he has like a workout routine, and like the people that are around him are like from 21 to 35, and he doesn't have anybody like any of his bodyguards, none of them are over like 35 years old. And I remember, I don't know what this was, but I just seen this like not even a month ago. It was just maybe a half hour special, and it was just talking about Putin and his lifestyle, and just like how he's a night owl, and I'm a night owl. So I don't know, like for some reason it's weird because I always get these dreams where I'm like around like notable figures or like celebrity figures. And I always feel like soon as I wake up, I'm like, dang, I should have been talking to them about Jesus. But like when I'm in the dream, I'm just next to them, and it's just like they're just like normal people. So we're just having like normal conversations just about really just stupid stuff. But I could tell when we were talking, he was being cool, you know what I mean? Like I remember he was laughing and smiling and stuff like that. And but I could tell his mind wasn't really on me. It was on this lady that was walking around trying to free these people, like to release the Americans. And I seen that he was heartless. Like he was cold, you know what I mean? Like he was detached or disconnected to some extent. And so um at one point I thought, oh, he's probably gonna execute me because I'm an American. And actually, I'm Hispanic. I mean, I'm first generation in America. So, but still, I'm an American. I was born here. And so yeah, I was exempt. So, and like I said, I didn't care either way. Like if I was going to get killed or saved for some reason, it just didn't matter to me. And I know they were like shooting people in the head and stuff like that. So it wasn't like a torturous death. I knew it was going to be a quick death. But I remember somewhere else in this dream, like there was, I don't know who it was. It was, I think it was a UFC fighter, Anthony Pettis, or his brother. It was one of the Pettises, and they were over there for some reason, and they came back, and I think they came back to Miami. I remember that came up. So something about Miami. And I'm like, well, why was y'all over there? You know what I'm saying? Or why was he over there? Because he it looked like he was about to get in a fight with some other dude that was his exact same height and weight and everything. Because I seen him face off. So that's what made me realize, like, oh, that's Anthony Pettis, the UFC fighter, and I think he's with Bellator, or PLF, or something, probably some or PFL or whatever, some other organization. But he used to be in the UFC, and I'm like, why is he was facing off with some other dude, and this dude was laughing, and I was just like, this is, I'm like, and they said, oh, for 100,000, there was something going. They was going over there. I heard something too about Barbados or something, starts with a B, and he was like, yeah, something, if we a contest or something, 100,000, you can win, or they'll pay something for like a year or something like that. I don't know exactly what it was because like I said, I'm just overhearing conversations from people. But for some reason, I knew that wherever I was at, Anthony Pettis was with his girlfriend, and like I don't know if it was him or if it was brother because they look alike. But they was with their girl, and I guess I had a girlfriend in a dream too, because some girl came over and she sat on my lap. I'm like, wow, I guess that's my girlfriend or something. And I'm single in real life, so um, And she asked me, she was like, "Are you hungry?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool. We could eat." And I'm like, I'm like, "What's there to eat?" And she was like, "Well, I picked all the food out of the refrigerator that I was about to cook. I could cook it now." And I'm thinking, like, I'm in this house. It's kind of like a Big Brother house or something like that. It felt like I don't know if it was like a reality show or what was going on, but it felt like we were stuck in this house. Like that was the feeling. It was like all these people were in this house, and it didn't seem like a lot of people, you know. And I was thinking like, well, man, she should really cook for everybody and not just cook for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, that's kind of rude. Because you know, you start smelling food, you get hungry or whatever, and someone come out the kitchen with just like two plates or something. But I know when she was talking about it, Anthony Pettis's girl stood up to like try to walk towards the kitchen, you know what I mean, to see what she could cook. And I woke up. So yeah, I don't know like the significance of that. I do feel like it is kind of important just considering that Putin was in the dream. Oh yeah, and I remember something about there was this book, and we were looking through the book, and it was about the zombies, the zombie apocalypse. And I'm like, oh yeah, I read a book on the zombie apocalypse, which actually I never did, but in the dream for some reason I felt like I had this knowledge, like I read the zombie apocalypse and I knew how to handle it. So yeah, and then like I said, the dream ended with the girl asked me if I was hungry, and then when I woke up, excuse me, I'm still waking up. But when I, you know, like when I was like knew I woke up out of the dream, and I'm just laying in bed with my eyes closed, I'm just thinking like, I wonder if we can like reverse that zombie effect uh, by rebuking it in the name of Jesus. So I don't know. But yeah, I figured I'd record a video and post it. Peace.